Alright, we just talked about the epithelial tumor, right? So this is a germ cell tumor. There's also 4 types in a germ cell, namely teratoma, choriocarcinoma, yolk sac, and dysgerminoma. Teratoma, we all know what teratoma is. Teratoma is an accumulation of all 3 layers of the germ cell. So all 3 germ cell layers. So it's there's a mature and immature type. Immature type is mostly neural tissue, and mature type is mostly all 3 layers. So there could be a dermoisis, which is teeth, eye, bone, hair, and then there's a struma ovarian, which is atopic thyroid tissues out there. So the patient will present with hypothyroidism. So teratoma, since it's all 3 layers, remember it can be AFP or beta ACG is elevated. So these hormone markers will be important in distinguishing what type of tumor you have. Choriocarcinoma, it could be a placenta tissue, so beta ACG. That's the only thing you have to remember about choriocarcinoma. And then there's another type called dysgerminoma. Dysgerminoma is a overproliferation of oocytes. The male equivalent is called seminoma. So dysgerminoma, seminoma, and remember oocytes. Oocyte, what does oocyte remind you of? It's fry egg. Fry egg is center one is nuclei, right? And then the cytoplasm is clear. So it looks like a fry egg. The type of hormone you have to look for in dysgerminoma is beta ACG and LDH. So the type of hormone you have to look for in teratoma is AFP or beta ACG. The type of hormone you have to look for in dysgerminoma is beta ACG and LDH. What about the yolk sac tumor? So yolk sac tumor is the most information that you have to know in a germ cell. So yolk sac tumor is an enlarged yellow hemorrhagic solid mass. So what is the only solid mass in epithelial cell cancer? That is, remember, that is a transitional cell cancer. So the yolk sac tumor is enlarged hemorrhagic because it has blood vessel. See, this is a blood vessel, hemorrhagic mass. The good thing about yolk sac tumor for us, to answer a question, is it's a really aggressive tumor, so it's really bad for patient. But for us, this rarely show up in an older person, so it has to be a baby, infant, 1 to 2 year old. If this is a young children, it doesn't show up in the ovary. It shows up in the sacrococcygeal area. And then the marker is AFP. So again, marker teratoma is AFP or beta ACG. Choriocarcinoma, beta ACG. Dysgerminoma is LDH or ACG. The yolk sac is AFP, the only one AFP. So what do you see is a Schiller-Duval body. It looks like a glomerular structure itself, but if you look at the histo slide, it looks like a papillary extension into a white space, and then it has a central blood vessel. So the histo slide will be, this will be a, like a papillary extension, and then this will extend into a white mucus area, and then there will be a center red area. So that is called a Schiller-Duval bodies, right? And then in terms of the symptoms wise, dysgerminoma and yolk sac tumor will show up rapidly and acute onset of symptoms, which are pelvic pain and mass. So again, there is 3 types to summarize: teratoma, beta ACG or AFP, choriocarcinoma, beta ACG, dysgerminoma, which is the equivalent of seminoma. And then those you can detect beta ACG and LDH, fry egg, and then yolk sac is AFP and glomerular structures. Infant, 1 to 2 year old. So the only tumor that doesn't have beta ACG in here is the yolk sac tumor. So this is a germ cell ovarian cancer.